ago, I saw the idea in Chicago, in an urban renewal area right in downtown. The mayor's wife had this idea of putting young artists to work in the summertime. And it was such a great idea for me to think about kids who maybe they're not athletically inclined like a lot of our kids are, and we spend millions of dollars on baseball fields and football fields and coaches and referees to do various things at soccer games. I think that's a great thing. But if a child is inclined to be artistic, whatever direction that takes, we ought to be encouraging them and nurturing, as we all are, all of our young athletes. So the idea was to copy an idea that was used in Chicago, bring it back here to apply to Akron, to let some of our young artists learn more about what they want to be, maybe when they grow up.
For a public school, you have set goals, you have strict schedules, and you know what's expected of you. On the other side, this is already understood when you're at the Lock 3 Summer Arts experience. You have responsibility as an apprentice. You are expected to be there on time, to dress appropriately, and to be in a mindset where you're going to work today and it's going to be productive. That's what you're here for.
It kind of was my first introduction to becoming a professional artist. It was essentially the first job as an artist I ever had. So it just kind of opened my eyes at that young age to thinking about actually doing that for a living and making a career out of it.
During the summer arts experience, I was able to use it on my resume and help me get scholarships, which I did use it on a lot of them, and all of them I did get. So it was nice to have other opportunities and more skills, and to say that I've done certain things with this program that I was able to take over into college that a lot of people never done. So it was actually a great experience.
I think that the summer arts experience really does create that sense of personal pride, both in the community, but also just in themselves, that I helped create something that's permanent, that's a part of the landscape of Akron, that they can look back and tell other people, I helped make that. And there's something very special about that, to be able to look back at this, very large installation of art and say, I was part of that.
The Lock 3 Summer Arts program has given me the skills necessary to pursue the creative career that I'm doing now. I'm going to school at the Columbus College for Art and Design, for graphic design.
I found out about the program through high school. I went to Firestone High School in the dance program, and my teacher told us all about it, and I decided to audition so I could dance in the summer and have a little bit more experience with an internship sort of feel.
I think, people supporting the arts, obviously, in my opinion, is important. Mayors across the country have recognized that because it really is part of economic development, not only just quality of life, but economic development, growth in a community. But nurturing that whole idea about the creativity that it takes for one to sit down and say, here's a blank piece of canvas. I wonder what I should paint on this, and start thinking. That part of their brain that gets triggered and start thinking helps really their lives years later, I would argue qualitatively as an individual, but also it helps the community, because these are the folks that might not be an artist, but they're an engineer somewhere, and the creative part of their brain that gets triggered by that arts experience really pays off in many ways for them and for the community.
They learn art technique, they learn to appreciate other people and what they're good at, and if somebody else isn't good at something, that's okay, because there's somebody else in the group that might actually be secretly good at it, and you'll find it out. I think there is a discovery process that is highlighted because of the opportunities that they've been given with the Lock 3 Summer Arts experience. And discovery with one individual is always really great to see when they realize something that they'd never thought of before.
The Summer Arts experience really it helped me grow, and it helped me explore new venues to get my creative outlets out, but especially the second round of it, you could say, really helped me with my leadership experience, and it's definitely something that I've continued now. I now work as a leadership peer mentor at the University of Akron. I've really taken that leadership and kind of stepped it up, and it's really helped me grow as a person, and it's really become a very essential part of my life. So the fact that summer arts kind of springboarded that, and it took something that I just kind of did and made it actually concrete, really helped in life later.
So since I did Block 3 Summer Arts experience, I graduated high school and then I went to college at Kent State, and I knew right away that I wanted to go for art. 5 years later, I have completed a BFA show in the concentration of painting, and I finished that last fall. And then I've also been in the honors college since I've been at Kent, so I used that opportunity to do my honors thesis in glass.
At the time, it gave me more chance to dance, even more than I already was, which it's my passion, so that was great. And it also gave me an experience with a new style of dance. We did it based on the Australian Aborigine people, so that was completely new to me.
I think, again, one of the wonderful things about the summer art experience is that when they complete an individual project like this, let's face it, they have a very nice, prestigious credential. Those that are going on to school, that are trying to earn scholarships and to go further with their education in the arts, that's a wonderful credential to be able to say that you were in the Summer Arts program of Akron. But even those that don't go into the arts, the interaction that they learn, the appreciation, the learning to reach out and talk with people that they might normally never approach in the hallway at a school. They have now come to appreciate, respect, and even have a friendship and a rapport. This makes them better-rounded persons, so that once again, no matter what walk of life they go into, they are bringing developed qualities with them.
I feel this is a great program because it connects the apprentices with the artists, and it also connects you to the city. When you work on something together, you feel part of the city, and you feel like you've really accomplished the goal and you've done it together. We all seem to connect and grow together and become good friends. I think it's forever changes their lives.
This is my third year and I just love it. I think that the city of Akron is one of my favorite cities for how they support the arts. This program is amazing for how they support these students. I love being a part of it. I love that we get to actually produce a piece of artwork for the city, and the city gets to enjoy it.
Supporting the youth is important, especially for a city of this size, because if you invest in the youth today with projects of this nature, it will actually give them the realization that, hey, you know what, we don't have to leave like all of our other adult friends. We can actually stick around and try to do something.
So we've been going on for 10 years strong now in the Summer Arts Experience. It's definitely a project I would like to see continue well into the future. There's definitely an indirect value that art plays in society. Artists have a special sort of capacity for thinking creatively and innovating, and I think those are tools that can be transferred over to many different areas in life and provide value to any society. But I think as long as people in the Akron area understand either art for art's sake or the indirect value of art in society, that this project will continue to beautify the city and remain successful in the coming years.
We think that it's been entirely successful in every way. The individuals' lives have been changed. I've received some of the most heart-wrenching and warm letters from parents in particular, although some of the students have written, but it's almost the parents that said, my child has just been completely different. It's a whole new outlook on life. I was afraid that my child was going to drop out of school, and now she's getting great grades and she's interested because she's interested so much in art, and she now wants to complete her education, so maybe she can go to school and learn more about art. And I think there's a hook out there for every child, and if it's art, if it's music, if it's soccer, if it's football, basketball, anybody who wants to be the next LeBron James, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that goal. Somebody wants to be Chrissy Hynde, they want to be the next singer to go and be internationally acclaimed. That's wonderful to have that dream, and we need to encourage it and nurture it, and I think that's exactly what the Summer Arts Experience does.
We love Summer Arts Experience!